Hello YouTubers and fellow Zelda fans, this is Brasscoin here, and last time we just got done with the 4th dungeon, the Angler's Tunnel, and today we are going to be using the Zora Flippers to explore around a little bit the island of Koholint, as well as getting a few more heart pieces and finishing the item trade sequence. I just stopped at Dampy's Shack here for the dungeon creation, the dungeon maker minigame. I got my rest of my tiles made for that dungeon that we just did, and now I'm ready to explore through the area. And so I'm going to actually teleport back to Martha's Bay really fast, because that's where we're actually supposed to go. We'll also get a bottle in this video if I'm not mistaken. If I've read around a little bit, something new they added to this game is the option for bottles. And upon teleporting to Martha's Bay, this little ghost here comes and talks to us. Doesn't really say much, but I know what it wants us to do because I did a little bit of poking around. He wants us to go to his house. I think it's actually a female ghost. It's pink and it's got like little hair bun thingies up there. It just wants to reminisce a little bit about its house and see how everything is exactly how it used to be, and is super nostalgic for it, even though it's like old and decrepit, but somehow there's still a plant alive. So after this little cutscene, it asks us to take it back to its grave. This is still a Let's Play series. I did do a little bit of poking around, like I said, just to see what I had to do. There is an item in the item trade sequence that I think is poorly translated, or I just don't understand the word vittles. It's the pineapple. I did some poking around to figure out who in the trade sequence I had to give the pineapple to that I got from the bear, and it turns out it's this guy up on the mountain range. I don't know his name right now, I forgot to write it down, but we're gonna go up there and do the item trade sequence after this little cutscene's done, and after we take this thing to the grave, so to speak, and get the bottle that she is willing to give us, or he, or it, or whatever it is. I'm not quite sure. But it will teleport with us just like Marin, so I'm going to jump in a hole and it's going to follow me and play peekaboo, because I can't jump worth crap. I'm actually excited to get this item trade sequence done and over with, because you get some pretty cool stuff. I think if I remember the original right, you get like a mirror that lets you see stuff. Where am I trying to go? Oh yes, the graveyard. Where's the graveyard? Right up here. Dampy's Shack, where I just was. Cool beans. But I'm also glad that we have the flippers so that we have access to everywhere we need to go. For some extra heart pieces, I'm just going to throw these boulders here and bypass that into this area over here. And hop across here. Pick up this boulder here. And into the grave with the flowers on top. At least that's the one I instinctively went to, because it's the only one that's separated and different from the other ones of any distinction. And they're both pink, so it kind of put two and two together there. And they give us a jar to put stuff inside, so we can hold like 2 fairies now, so that's pretty sweet. We have 2 extra lives basically. That doesn't count on our death toll count, so that's the real reason to be jazzed, because there is an alternate ending when you beat this game without dying. And I'm not going to reveal what that ending is, because that would just be a poor sport. Hoot, it has been some time since our paths crossed, lad. You must dive into the waters of Martha's Bay to enter the Catfish's Maw. That is the 5th dungeon, in case you were wondering. The closer you get to the windfish, the more restless he sleeps. Carry onward, Hoot. So now that that little sequence is out of the way, we are free to go explore and track down our items that we weren't able to receive when we passed them the first time. As well as, I think we might be able to get our bomb upgrade at this point as well. And I'm also going to teleport to the city to grab my bow that I want, just in case we run into any armored knights or armoses, because I like having a bow on hand to kill those guys. So first off is teleporting to Yukuku Prairie to go to the shop and buy our bow from the Mabe Village shop. Have well over enough rupees for it. I think it's like 980 or 910. Posted for a definite rupee count here in like 2 seconds. 980 it is. We will buy that. And we have that bow for later use. Now I'm going to go back to the teleporter so that I can go further explore the previous areas that I have been to. I'm actually just using it to look at the map really fast because I think I want this one. Why not? Let's give it a shot and find out. If it's the wrong one, we'll know really quickly. I am going to trade in some seashells while I'm here to get a heart piece. I am the spirit of the mansion. I have been waiting for someone, one who can overcome the darkness. Find the secret shells, then ascend the platform. You will receive the ultimate sword. Sounds like you should come back with lots of shells and try standing on the platform. Looks like I have enough for my first reward. Ooh, a present. Open that. And we get a heart piece. And I got 4 pieces of heart, so my maximum number of heart containers has been increased. Righto. Definitely need to find lots of seashells to get that built up fast. And I'm just going to dive into the water because I feel like that's going to be a really fast way to travel at this point. Oh, he's blocking my path. And I'm going to go to this dive path here that led us to Animal Village the first time. And I guess it's the only way to get there early. Or not early, but just in general. And inside here we can dive down using B to get another piece of heart. Let's see if there's anything on this side of the world that I wanted to get before we got too far along. I believe there is, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh gosh, shock me. Twice even. Alright, nothing substantial over here except for death, pain, and suffering. I'm going to check the map really quick. I want to be on the other side of the bay. So I'm going to dive back into the water. Mainly to avoid getting shocked. Holy cow, that's ridiculous. Just walking right into him. That is a dead end, so I'm going to go over here. This is the dungeon to the Catfish's Maw, the entrance to that dungeon, the level 5. And I will show you how to get in a later time, because right now I'm concerned with the heart piece down here. So just dive on down there and collect that heart piece. That is the 3rd one of this little session we're doing. And I'm going to swim over here and get out of the water. And hopefully not get blown up by that guy. Stop it! Alright, at this point I'm going to come here. I'm pretty sure there's a secret seashell over here. Yep. It's just too secluded and empty to not have one. Run away from him. And next stop is going to be over here. Grab another secret seashell that I didn't even plan on getting. I was just cutting grass. I'm going to jump across and waste a heart and try to slash my sword a little bit, creating us a path over. And dive down in here to this staircase, which is full of water. Jump over the little shark, and we will dive in here to get our 4th heart container, or heart piece, of this cycle, or this playthrough. Can you tell I just got done doing a Majora's Mask video? This cycle, there is no cycles in Link's Awakening, just sessions. I'm gonna cut the grass here, see if I can find some more seashells hiding over here. And now that I have my bow, I'm pretty sure that I can shoot him and kill him. I don't know why I let them push me around so long today. Nada, nothing. Definitely pulling up a lot of rupees, that's for sure. Very profitable digging business if you're interested. Oh, and then the rupees ran out. I'm gonna go down here and see what's in this staircase. Ooh, this is gonna be another one of those little devil item increase. I don't know what to call it. But he's gonna increase our items, one of them at least, I'm sure. Since we woke up his nap, he's gonna get our revenge and make it so we can carry more bombs. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Let's see how much he increases our bomb capacity to. Now look at all that junk you have to carry. Take care and see you again. He just upgraded our bombs to hold 60. I am quite pleased with that. I love being able to hold extra bombs, and I don't know why I would ever run out at this point, because that is a whole lot of bombs. At this point, I think I'm going to return to the item trade sequence. I've gotten all of the heart pieces that I remembered that were just out of reach due to not having the Zora flippers, at least in this southern portion. There may still be more. Actually, I'm pretty much counting on it. But like I said, this is a Let's Play and not a walkthrough. I don't know exactly where they are. I didn't want to go in there. So at this point, I'm just traveling back to see if I can find a wart point. Oh, I'm so glad I have this bow. It's so handy. Go through this little dungeon exploration back outside to the main overworld and see if I can run past all these guys without too much trouble. No, apparently not. Everybody wants a piece of me. I love how Link can eat apples in this game to replenish health. So I am going to be teleporting up to Dampé's shack because that is the quickest, fastest, and easiest way to get up into the Tubal Mountains is what I think they're called. I could be entirely and horribly wrong. Tal Tal Heights for sure. But I don't know what the mountain range is called right off. It's also kind of fun to see like some of the things from Breath of the Wild named after places and locations in here and vice versa. I guess it's not vice versa because this game came way before that one, but you might get my meaning there. Tal Tal Mountain Range. Wonder where I'm getting Tubal from. I feel like it's a place I've been. Yeah, give me my heart. There we go. Oh crap. Completely not what I wanted to have happen. But it's okay, it gave me my life back, so we're all happy and good. Once we exit this place, finally, we'll be able to go and talk to whatever his name is. I think his name's Papal or something like that. Papal, that guy. We're gonna go talk to him. I think we go through this dungeon. Up these staircases and out the exit on the next floor. Ouch, jerk. Papal, I got his name right. He got lost just like he said. Now I am so famished I can't move. Can you give me some victuals? Yes. So he's actually asking for a pineapple. It took me forever to figure out who wanted this stupid pineapple because he asks for victuals, and I knew that he was asking for victuals way before. But victuals, to me, being in the Western Hemisphere, means some sort of like grits type of thing. I mean, I know it's also translated to food, but like most people don't know that victuals just means food. But he gives us a hibiscus flower in return, and I know from a previous video I did that the hibiscus is wanted by an animal in Animal Village, so I'm going to run that over there and go from there. I'm going to jump off here, see if I can save some time, because I want to go see what's at the end of this waterfall, now that I can swim. Cave over here, because there's a treasure chest that looks like it might be up for grabs at this point, and this is exploration mode, so why not pull out my plentiful bombs here, see what might be up there. Staircase. I want to know how those guys are swimming in that shallow water. Holy treasure chest city. These are gotta be full of enemies. Definitely full of enemies. One of these has gotta be legit though. Probably those corner ones, I would imagine. It's too tempting, guys. But this is the treasure chest I thought might be up for grabs, so I'm going to give it a nice open and get a secret seashell. Might be on the way to getting that seashell sword after all. That's kind of a tongue twister. Oh, yep, they totally reset. Let's see how much. Yep, just full of enemies. Unless I have to open them all to get something amazing. Let's try this one. They're all gonna be fake, aren't they? Oh, hey, sweet. That got 100 rupees back. So yeah, kill all the enemies in those treasure chests, and the last one will receive a nice 100 smackers. Ouch. Should have let him jump over me. At this point, I just think everything's an enemy, and I'm behaving accordingly. Talk to our owl statue to figure out what our eyes or our news is. You are near the Eagle's Tower. Beware of the bird. Oh wow, we really are near the Eagle's Tower. Holy cow. I wonder if there's a teleportation pad up here so I don't have to come back later. Well, that was a nice little run through all those enemies. I want to know why the staircase is here. Why is the staircase here for no reason? Apparently it's not hiding anything cool. Ooh, we're going down. I can go down. I'm just hoping at the end of this there's a nice little warp pad so I can get back up to the top of the mountain without having to climb all the way back up. Must be for hookshot. Yep, definitely for hookshot. We have reached an impasse. Do a little backtracking and I'll see you guys on the outside of these caves. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that. I guess you probably did. I exited the caves and then dropped down a secret hole to enter this pond area and receive this piece of heart. I thought the hole was going to lead to death, but I thought it was worth a shot anyways. So now we have gotten our 5th piece of heart and have successfully arrived at the bottom of the mountain. Almost where I want to go. At least it leads us quickly back to a warp point, so that's handy. That's all we can get without the hook shot, it seems. So I'm going to step on my warp pad and warp back to Animal Village. And in this village we will talk to the animal who wants the hibiscus and see what they have to offer us in return. So it's definitely going to be one of the ones on the inside of one of these buildings, since Marin is distracting everybody from talking to us at this point with her amazing singing. If I can talk correctly. You brought me a hibiscus, how sweet. Well, since you are such a gentleman, I have a request to make of you. Will you listen? I would like you to take this letter to Mr. Wright, who lives on the border of the mysterious forest, please. Well, alrighty. We are playing Postman. We traded the hibiscus for a goat's letter. That does not look like a goat to me. But whatever. So I am going to teleport to the nearest teleportation pad to the mysterious woods, and I think that's the Yukuku Prairie at this point. Yeah, Yukuku Prairie it is. It's said that they added a lot more warp points to this game, but I scarcely noticed because maybe I just haven't found them and they're really well hidden, but they're not at very strategic locations to be able to fast travel everywhere. Maybe I'm expecting too much. I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I expecting too much for warp points to be in like at least the 4 corners of the world? Let me know in the comments below. Seriously, I don't have very many subscribers, so it's super easy to read your guys' comments and reply because there's not a lot of them to do that with. You know, on second thought, it might have been faster to go to Dampy and just head left. Who knows? But Mr. Wright's house is right there. So it didn't take too long to get there, whichever way we chose to go. And we get to deliver the letter, and he's super happy because nobody ever writes back to him. He's Mr. Wright. He writes letters and sends them, but nobody ever takes the time to write back for some reason. The letter came with a photograph. of Princess Peach for some reason. Nice. She's so beautiful, I must give you something for your trouble. He has a broom. Sure. We also know from one of my earlier videos of exploring the Koholint Island that there is a lady in Mabe Town, a little old lady, who just broke her broom, and we're going to go and deliver her a nice new broom for her to sweep her yard with, because I think she's totally outside sweeping her yard. So we're going to just run over to Mabe Village really fast. Maybe not so fast, I don't know. Spears. I promise I'm getting better with this whole running with my sword extended. She is down here in the bottom left-hand corner. Give her a little talk to. A new broom, she says. For me, isn't it? She's pretty stoked. She gives us a fishing hook. I found it when I swept by the riverbank. Why is this old lady outside sweeping, for one thing? And why is she sweeping all the way over by the riverbank? There is no river anywhere close to this place. Like, look on the map. Where's this river she's sweeping? Maybe that? Maybe that's like the only main river right here. The river is right here. Why is this little old lady just out chilling, sweeping the river? She needs something to do. Then again, this island, whole island may be a dream anyways, so I guess whatever people do in their dreams is bizarre anyways. I'm going to teleport to Martha's Bay, where we will find our fisherman who is in dire need of a hook so that he can continue to fish. Oh, wrong way. We need to go north. I suck at this whole sword aiming thing. I'm just going to swim along the bottom of Catfish Maw and up around the owl statue and down. If you remember this owl statue in an earlier video, if you've been watching thus far, it actually tells us a secret of secrets being under bridges like water. So that's actually how I found this in my meanderings. I was hoping for a heart piece, but I got this fisherman instead. And he wanted a hook. I didn't have that at the time, so I came back with this hook. And he will give us his very next catch if we give him the hook. So I gave it to him, and he's got a big one it seems, but instead it is a necklace. And in my dinking around earlier, I came across a lady who had lost her necklace and really wants it back. So that would be this mermaid over here. She was by the bay swimming, and the wave came in and took her necklace off and took it away. And she's going to give us one of her scales in return, which is super scandalous, I think. But he totally just rips a scale off of this mermaid. And then she runs away. Alright everybody, that has been the item trade sequence. The last part to do with this sequence is really just left to take the scale that the mermaid gave us and place it on this statue, and you will get a magnifying glass. We won't be able to do that until after we get the hook shot, which I believe is given to us in the Catfish's Maw. So stay tuned for that next video when we get that, and immediately afterwards I will try to remember to take that scale all the way to the mermaid statue on the island next to it. Until then, this has been Brasscoin with exploring with the flippers around Koholint Island, getting a few heart pieces, as well as the item trade sequence. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a subscribe. I don't have very many subscribers right now and would love to increase that number. If you have any suggestions, comments, concerns for me to improve my video and my channel overall, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below so that I can improve and become a better YouTuber as well as entertainer. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in another video.